And finally, from Pakistan, the country's parliament has been overrun by hundreds of oversized rats. The rodent problem came to light when the rats turned important documents into midnight snacks. The Pakistani parliament has now allocated thousands of dollars for pest control. They're deploying an army of hunting cats so that politicians can focus on bigger problems plaguing the country rather than supersized rats. Here's our report with more.
Pakistan, it seems, just can't catch a break. Ever since it was carved out of India, the country has been juggling crises like a circus performer with too many balls in the air. Economic nosedives, political roller coasters, inflation, widespread hunger, and a never-ending battle with terrorism. If there's a problem, Pakistan is probably grappling with it. Adding to this ever-growing catalogue of woes is a new headache. Not your run-of-the-mill political scandal or a military coup. No, this time the trouble comes from another source. The parliament itself is under siege by an army of rats. The place that's supposed to run the country is running from rodents. Now, before you shrug and think rats are everywhere, let us tell you that these are not your ordinary rodents. In Pakistan's parliament, the rats have grown to such monstrous proportions that they could probably scare off a cat. In a bizarre twist of fate, it looks like the rats here might have stumbled upon some secret stash of steroids. The full scale of this furry invasion came to light when a committee requested some old documents from 2008. The record keepers unearthed papers that had been turned into a rodent's midnight snack. By the time the officials got their hands on the chewed up documents, the rats had clearly thrown quite the party. The infestation has escalated to such epic proportions that the powers corridors have allocated $4,300, which is 1.2 million Pakistani rupees, to tackle the problem. That's a tidy sum that could have been put to good use elsewhere, but alas, it's now earmarked for the Great Rodent Roundup, all in an attempt to make Pakistan's legislative halls of power rat-free. It turns out that most of these oversized squatters have made themselves comfortable on the parliament's first floor, prime location where the Senate opposition gathers. Political parties hash out their differences, and most importantly, it is where the food hall resides. So really, can one blame the rats? Even the rodents know where the good stuff is. By day, these sneaky creatures keep a low profile, minding their own business. But when night falls, the rats turn the parliament into an all-you-can-eat buffet, where the food and drinks are on Pakistan. The regulars in parliament have gotten used to these four-legged companions. However, new visitors dressed to impress are in for a shock when they are greeted by rodents larger than life, scurrying around like they own the place. Determined to solve this rodent riddle, Pakistan has reportedly turned to a novel pest control strategy. Word on the street is that they are planning to unleash a brigade of hunting cats to lure the rats out of the parliament. But will the cats triumph over the rats? Will the parliament finally be rodent-free? I guess only time will tell.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
Kamala, you're fired!
I say, bring it on.
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree. One tree for humanity. One tree for Mother Earth. One tree for our future. Project One Tree. a News 18 network initiative.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished. On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What do you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
We'll start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital,